All right. So I think we are already late enough. So how about we get right into it, Raja?
Yeah, I'm agree. Um,
All right.
let's yeah.
So let's do it. Hello everyone. Sorry for starting this stream a little late. We were having some technical issues. We had to restart the room a couple of times, but thank God we're here finally. So hello everyone. Welcome to today's stream. So we have a very special session lined up for you guys today as we dive deep into the AI-powered trading security system, which is called Sonic's Risk Watch, developed by AuditOne. And by the way, this agent was initially created for Sonic's DeFi hackathon, and we have won the award for the best tooling agent. So that's another reason for you guys to definitely check this agent out. And joining us, we have Raja, the Chief Technology Officer and co-founder of AuditOne, who will walk us through the platform, explain how it works, and share the latest innovations in AI-powered security assessment. Raja, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Mahdi.
All right. So before we jump into the demo itself, can you give us a quick overview of the agent, Sonic's Risk Watch, and why it's an essential tool for DeFi traders?
Got it. That's an interesting question to begin with. So at AuditOne, what we used to generally do is like smart contract and AI auditing, and also along with that, we used to do like on-chain security monitoring as well as risk assessment of these projects. So if they are directly provided to the user needs to assess the project and then make a proper decision. But let's say if we could assist that user with a proper AI-powered assistant, which helps them to manage their DeFi portfolios by integrating real-time security risk assessments and without them involved at every moment to checking uh, how the security is changing or how the liquidity is changing or how the market stats are changing. So user need not look into that. The agent will manage everything on the behalf of the user as a portfolio. So with the constant hacks happening and then constant smart contract vulnerabilities coming up on chain and rug pulls and liquidity risk being very common in DeFi. So what we want to help users with is like build an agent that continuously monitor tokens for the security risks using our AuditOne security intelligence, which consists of monitoring of previous hacks, how many audits are done for a project, bug bounties, as well as do they have an on-chain system monitoring or not, or do they use verified contracts or not? Is it a spam token or not? So these sort of intelligent insights are taken care by agent, and it monitors tokens according to those standards. And also, an interesting feature that we have worked out for this hackathon is that providing the automated rebalancing based on health scores. So this health score is something which combines the security score of a project, liquidity risk of the project, as well as past hacks reported with respect to the project, and certain more factors. And what it does is like, let's say if the user can set the expectation on how much health score should be maintained on his portfolio, the agent will automatically trade or swap the token so that the standards set by the users are always met. And one final thing is like the execution is done in real time, and then the trades are executed in real time so that the user will be very much protected from these hacks. So it's like having an risk analyst for yourself, uh, which works 24 bar 7 and ensures that the user's assets are always protected from the potential threats.
All right, all right, interesting. So basically, since we have so much rug pulls and exploits and the market is so volatile, and traders need like smarter and more secure trading strategies, they can use this bot for automating risk management and portfolio rebalancing like in real time, right?
Exactly.
That sounds incredible, really. So I guess it's time. Let's walk through the platform so that the users and me personally can see how it works. And I
Perfect.
see that your screen is shared already. So
Yeah,
can you show us the main features of this
sure.
agent?
So actually, if you look at the agent platform here, so this is built as an MVP, and then users can already use it. But we'll discuss like what it has and what we are going to come up with. So initially, any user, once he logs into the sonic.audit1.io, the user will be able to see the agent choice tokens, where the security analysis and liquidity risk analysis, whereas market sentiment analysis is done, and the health score is generated for all those projects. So this is just for providing users with the overview of top performing tokens according to agent, so that if nothing has been invested in the Sonic ecosystem, one can make decision based on the scores presented here. And the second interesting feature that we have is like portfolio analysis. So users can already connect their token, their wallet with the MetaMask, and currently it is in MetaMask integration, but let's say in future we will have the wallet connect so that users can connect like multiple wallets. And if you look at the my portfolio, for example, this is a sample wallet here. So I hold like 3 tokens which has health scores of 69, 68 and 70 with the holdings distribution of this. And I can always monitor and check how the security metrics are there, how the liquidity risk metrics are there, and how the market sentiment is there with respect to that particular project in real time. And these are just like general overview of the portfolio as well as the agent choice, to give um, users with the perspective of what are the top performing tokens and analyzing their portfolio. But here comes the most interesting feature, that is setting the agent flows. As we told, like we will provide users with a risk analyst that never sleeps based on the standards set by the user. So what the user can do here is like, suppose if we look at the security scores in the my tokens,
Okay.
if we do an average, or let's say weighted average of the holdings versus the security score, let's say the security score might come up to some 80 or 85, and let's say user is not satisfied with that score and want to make sure that his portfolio is always maintained at 90. So what the user can do is like in my agent flows, the user can create a agent where he can set a standard for agent like, okay, always maintain my security score to be 90. And then let's say if a user is holding some 10 tokens, and if he sets a score, what he needs to do in the next step is that he need to select, like let's say whenever the security score of certain token falls below this expectation, then the least secured tokens should be swapped into how many tokens need to be set as a standard. So let's say, for example, if I'm holding 10 tokens and there are like the agent is running continuously and observed that there are 5 tokens which are causing the health score to go down below 90, then these 5 tokens need to be swapped into how many tokens is something which user need to set here. So this is one of the agent flow that we have set here. But let's say in the next versions, we will allow user to set his own criteria, like let's say not only security score, but the user can choose health score, user can choose market risk, user can also choose combination of these metrics as his expectations to be maintained in his portfolio always. So this agent flow will be saved. And then right now, um, let's say I have already saved one scenario of maintaining my security score to be 95, and then to swap into 2 tokens, and then this was created long ago, and then now this is a new scenario which I created for my agent. So for now, what we have done is like instead of our agent running in the backend automatically, it runs when you wanted to execute it. So for now, we made it a manual step, but let's say in future we want to make sure that this is automatically done. So if somebody wants to rebalance their portfolio, what they can just do is like they can just pay and execute the transaction. So once they pay, the rebalancing of tokens will be done. So you can see the payment is successful, verifying the transaction. Mm,
Okay.
yeah.
And now, if any token, for example, in your portfolio would be below the security score that you've set, it would be
So
swapped
actually,
to.
yes. So actually, this as a private key, so one can enter. But for now, I just want to show an example of already executed one. So if you look at here, I created a scenario on March 12th. So the scenario was like maintain the security score of 95%. And then Then I was holding tokens like Metropolis, Beats, and Goggles, and these are the allocations. And after the execution is done for the agent to rebalance my portfolio, so Goggles was something which was having a less security score, and then it made sure that it converted it into the top two tokens. The portfolio is redistributed, so you can see then my portfolio for Metropolis and Beats has increased, which are more secure tokens. So this way the agent actually work. And one more interesting thing is, like, let's say if you're not holding any token in a portfolio and want to, and it's not also part of a agent choice, what the users can do is like they can always do analysis of a particular token. So here you see we have added few projects from Sonic already. So here we have like around 10, 12 projects, but let's say in coming days, you'll be seeing more number of projects around 30 to 50, where users can get the analysis report, which I can show one sample already. Yeah, currently it failed to fetch the report, but let's say you get a detailed AI generated report, which users can understand it easily. So this is also something which will be added as a feature in V2 actually.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
So, question: when somebody creates an agent flow, if the person, for example, if they have one token in their portfolio and they set an agent flow, and they set that one token to be, if blows a certain threshold of security, convert to two other tokens, it would not, if since the user doesn't have any other tokens, it would use the tokens in agent choice, right?
Exactly. That's
Okay.
how it works.
Okay. Understood.
Perfect.
All right. So, let's just revisit it and summarize the key benefits of using Sonic Wristwatch.
Sure. So this is the reasons, some of the reasons why we came up with this Sonic Risk Watch. The first case is like AI-driven risk mitigation is something which will be interesting for the users without them spending a lot of money on others analyzing their risk and etc. or always searching for reports everywhere and then spending a lot of time. The agent does it for them. So it is something which automatically assess the risks and protects their portfolio instead of they doing their own research. And the second thing is like real-time market monitoring. So you see, as I told you, like user need not go to multiple sources and search for, but let's say the agent itself collects the on-chain as well as off-chain data to detect threats and give them real-time analytics, and then also real-time swaps will be performed. And this feature is something which our users would definitely love, I think so, because automated portfolio optimization. Today, if you look at the bots are something which tries to set up your trading strategies, but I'm sure like there are bots that cannot do like multiple tasks like agents, like what we are currently doing. So that will be really interesting for the users, where agent can be created by their own and then executed in real time. So executing swaps in real time based on the criteria which they set, and multitasking criteria can be set here. This is really interesting. And then security first investing. So let's say when people start investing, they usually look into market parameters more, but neglect security. But that's something I mean, the agent will take care of in this case. So that's why it's much. I mean, it's a good recommendation or good to have solution for traders.
All right. Sounds interesting. But as you mentioned, so this is the MVP of the product, and it seems like this is just the beginning. So what's next for Sonic Wristwatch?
Sure. So in future, there are like the first thing what we have planned is like currently what you see is just like a SaaS offering, or let's say you can just visit platform and then see like general analytics mode is here. But what we are going to do is like the agent will be next in chat mode. I know like a lot of people started using ChatGPT and got to those interfaces and etc. So
Mhm.
we thought of having like creating a similar chat mode so that users can just talk to the agent in natural language, set their strategies in natural language instead of going through forms or regular UI UX. So that's interesting thing. And the second thing is that here, if you look at the existing analysis that we do in terms of security, liquidity, and market sentiment, we are also going to add something called as sentiment analysis based on how users are reacting to particular token by collecting analytics from Twitter as well as different news sources, and then try to fetch sentiment in real time among the users. And then the dbridge integration, currently, if you have seen, private key is needed here. But let's say we are going to integrate it with dbridge so that a single signature could do swaps in real time instead of they requiring to have a private key. And one last thing would be interesting is arbitrage. Arbitrage is something we are going to add up to our agent too. So it just checks into multiple exchanges and checks where the price benefit is more for the users and then execute the trades on that particular exchange. So this would be like four interesting features that are coming up in the V2 version, and it will
Mhm.
be soon available, and we'll keep updated on our Twitter and LinkedIn too.
All right, all right. Sounds interesting. Definitely looking forward to those updates. So let's have a look at the questions if anybody has left some questions. So, guys, feel free to leave your questions. There's one here already, and they're asking, how does Sonic's Risk Watch respond if a previously safe token suddenly becomes high risk? How quickly does the AI detect such shifts, and is the user notified in real time?
Yeah, so in terms of detection of hack or a threat, so there are like different data sources involved. Um, the thing is like currently it's bit off chain is something which we are working on. It might have a latency of 5 to 10 seconds, sometimes to the maximum of 5 to 10 minutes. But let's say in future, like we're also planning to integrate on chain integration, where
Mhm.
if let's say an anomaly or a manipulation is detected directly, it could react and then swap it automatically. So currently there is latency, but let's say we have solutions for that to overcome to in coming days with on-chain continuous monitoring, where the latency could be reduced to just 1 to 2 seconds or maximum 5 seconds.
All right, all right. Interesting, interesting. Thank you for the answer. Let's just wait like a minute or two and see if the other users have any questions. So it seems like there's no more questions, and I guess we could wrap it up here. Thank you, Raja, so much for the insightful session. So definitely, it's clear that Sonic's Risk Watch is a game changer for secure trading in DeFi. And for anyone who hasn't tried it yet, head over to the platform and set up your AI trading agent today. And just a reminder, as mentioned before, we've won the prize for the best tooling agent from DeFi Hackathon, which was um, held by Sonic itself. So don't forget to follow us on social media for the latest updates and developments, and stay tuned for V2 of the agent. And until next time, trade safe, stay secure, and protect your asset with Sonic's Risk Watch. Thanks again, Raja.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.